and then we're just left alone in the restaurant, wondering where we went wrong, crying into the soup. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fortnightly Frontier, the only show that answers the question, what lies at the border of a territory and comes around once every 2 weeks?
Your period.
Fortnightly Frontier! This is episode 29. I am your host, Darionator, and with me is, as always, my smiley co-host, Loose Unit.
Yes. Indeed. Hello. Tonight we'll discuss the renaming of Arena Commander to Star Citizen 1.1. Well, it's not really a rename, but yeah, the moving of Star Citizen to Star Citizen 1.1, whether it's a good thing or not. And we'll follow that up with the Hyper News, a quick rundown of the latest news from the verse.
Indeed. So, the renaming debacle.
Is it a debacle or is it not a debacle?
Does it even matter what it's called? I mean, so far we've only had Arena Commander, and now that they'll be adding the first-person shooter module, which will be called Star Marine, and then later on the month after, the Persistent Universe module, it's not really fair to the other bits that the whole thing is called Arena Commander, so they're renaming it to Star Citizen.
That's fine, I understand that because it is Star Citizen, but 1.1? I mean, 1.1, that implies that the game is out and it's the second version of it.
Yeah, the first major patch of Star Citizen or something like that. Yes. Well, if we're going by the old versioning systems, 1.0 usually meant that the game was done and golden.
It's the first release. That's the release version. 1.0 is the release version.
Shipped on the gold disc, as it used to be in the old days. But lately there's been games and other pieces of software that just ignore all that thing. Like, before Minecraft went final, it came up to version 1.8 in beta already.
But it had beta after it. It was clearly
well, yes, it had
after
beta in the name. But we all know that also Star Citizen is in the alpha stage right now, because if you own a package that doesn't have alpha access, you can't play it.
Yes,
so
but
it's clearly in the alpha like that, but it's not in the name, yes.
Yeah, it could potentially cause some confusion with people.
Yes.
Saying, oh, 1.1 is released, Star Citizen 1.1 is, or whatever, or maybe later 1.2 or whatever is released. Wow, Star Citizen 1.2, yay, we can go and play, and they get in there and they can walk around their hangar, jump in their plane, and then fly around for 2 minutes before the game crashes.
Yes, and then later on when they bring about multi-crew ships, it's going to be Star Citizen 2.0.
Yeah, that implies a major release of the main game. It's
like a sequel to the original game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily a sequel, but a major patch, a major update. Like going from Windows... What are we on? Windows 8 to Windows 10, which was originally going to be Windows 9, but it's like a big change. It's a new version, or OS 10 to... or OS 9 to OS 10 on Mac.
Yeah. Well, I think that whatever you call it, even if it is 1.0, 1.1, but it's still in the alpha, it shouldn't matter as long as you make it clear that it's not the final game. So I think that, yes, calling it just Star Citizen 1.1 is quite misleading, yeah.
Yeah. But it depends on the type of versioning they're going to use, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they could potentially be going down the route of, as you mentioned in our discussion earlier, about down the route of like Chrome or the newer Firefox, where they are up to version 50 or something.
Exactly, yeah, and it's not the 50th iteration of the software. It's just whenever they introduce like a slightly major patch, they just go up.
Yeah.
An increment.
Yep. And whether
it's basically as if they removed the first number and then just stuck with what was behind it. So as if right now we are should be at Star Citizen 0.1.1.
Yeah. And we might end up in a couple of years with Star Citizen 20.3.
Which...
It's weird. That would be weird,
Yeah.
but it's a new way of looking at it, I suppose.
As long as they make the final version of the game really obvious that this is it, this is the final version, not the other one that was also called Star Citizen 1.10. Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out 3 years previously.
I don't know what they're going to... We have to wait and see what they're actually going to do in the future past 1.1, but I really think at the moment it's a little bit of a mistake unless they start... Yeah. I don't know.
Unless they also add Star Citizen 1.1 Alpha afterwards. I think everything will be fine then.
Yeah. Or they just ignore what everyone says and make it Star Citizen 20 in 6 months' time. That was the moment Firefox turned to shit.
Yeah. Maybe this is all going down the road that actually they want to make Star Citizen 42 be the final version. Oh,
That's so lame.
that bad joke. Sorry, people. Sorry. But yeah, as we record this, 1.1 hasn't hit, so we have basically nothing substantial to talk about. And as our luck has it, it'll probably be released the day after this episode goes out.
So basically, you have us to thank for the release of 1.1.
Yes.
If we hadn't missed an episode, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks, however long ago, haven't missed an episode, it would have been out 2 weeks ago. We are to blame, and we apologize.
And we are profusely sorry for that, everybody. Yes, 1.1 supposed to be released sometime this week, with 1.1.1 in April and 1.1.2 in May, but don't take neither mine nor Chris Roberts' word for that, because we all know what happens when people at CIG talk about dates, right?
Yeah. They usually don't end up going on them because they're busy working on Star Citizen.
Yeah, and then we're just left alone in the restaurant.
That was
wondering where we went wrong. Crying into the soup.
Yeah. So we probably need to do a little calculation of the amount of episodes between each major release, and maybe we can do an extra one to push them forward a little bit.
Well, we shall see about that. We'll see about that. But now, on to the hyper news.
$75 million! Woo! Why am I doing it with my fist closed? I don't know. And we have hit over a bigger milestone. It's over 800,000 citizens. Yay!
Wow.
Jazz hands or something. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah.
They had predicted that they would reach maybe 100 million by the time Gamescom comes around again, but it's slowed down a bit, hasn't it? The trickle of money. So
they haven't had any major sales recently. When they have a sale, they're usually a couple of million. So
the Retaliator. That was quite recent.
Yeah, but they got a couple of million from that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So yeah, just maybe they should just pull a few more sales out of their asses and get to that 100 million, because it would happen.
I'm sure they will.
1.1, as said previously, is delayed until this week and will probably be launched the day after the episode airs.
Everyone will get 5,000 REC in honor of reaching $75 million and the impending launch of 1.1. So when it's available, get in there and try out the new REC system, rent yourself some ships as soon as it is launched.
And the PAX East presentation was released. Check it out by clicking somewhere here or in the doobly-doo below the video.
I'm pointing at my penis.
Yes, as usual. Yes, that's what we do. We don't wear pants and we point at our penises.
Yeah, but you can't see that.
No, because this is a family show.
Yeah. A new episode of Inside CIG is out about the music of Pedro Camacho.
Camacho.
Camacho?
Camacho.
Camacho, I can pronounce that. If you'd like the amazing music of Star Citizen and a lot of the, pretty much all of the videos, the videos of the different ships, the adverts and stuff have been done by him, check out the link in the description below. It's a really actually interesting watch if you like music.
Star Citizen has won the prestigious award of Most Anticipated Crowdfunded Game at South by Southwest. It is basically a category they invented.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hardly surprising that they won.
Indeed. All flyable ships are available this week, which means until the end of the week, because this week...
That's how that works.
Yeah, on the public version of Star Citizen.
Yes, if you are in the persistent test universe, you will have access to the test builds of 1.1, however, you won't be able to test them out in any of the other ships. But you will get access to the Gladius with the new damage system, which is pretty sexy. I have tested it out and it is sexy. It is.
Apparently.
And that is it for the Hyper News and this special, very short episode of Fortnightly Frontiers. We will see you again in 2 weeks in the verse.
Also, you just said Fortnightly Frontiers.
Oh, damn it! Okay, fine, I'll do it again.
Nope, that's it. That's the cut.
No, I'll do it again.
No, that's the cut.
I'll do it again.
It's cutting now. Star Citizen won the most anticipated crowdfunding.
No. New episode of Inside CIG. That's yours.
Oh, fuck on hell! I'm reading the green ones. Fuck, it's normally you, it's me today. A new episode of Inside CIG has. Blech. A new episode of Inside G about the music of Pedro. What are you fucking laughing about?
Inside G.
Inside G. He's pouring his beer until he has to read the green one, which I read out before.
Just put this out of the way. Yes. And that is it for the Hyper News and this episode of...
Not Star Citizen.
Yeah. And that is...
You were about to say Star Citizen, weren't you?
Yes.